Soo Kai in tears. At last, he confesses his true love for Tan Songyun. Prelude, a bond forged on screen. Chinese actor Soo Kai, born March 5, 1995, has captivated audiences with his charismatic presence and versatile performances in acclaimed dramas like Story of Yanxi Palace, Arsenal Military Academy, and As Beautiful as You. Wikipedia. Meanwhile, Tan Songyun, born May 31, 1990, has earned her reputation as a beloved actress through youth hits like With You, The Whirlwind Girl, and more nuanced roles in Under the Power and Go Ahead. Wikipedia. Their collaborative chemistry first blossomed in projects where their talents meshed seamlessly, sparking admiration from fans who quickly dubbed them as one of drama's sweetest screen couples. Min News. and.taisiike.com. Whether it was playful banter on set, romantic tension in wedding scenes, or the understated elegance of their interactions, the duo manifested a rare sincerity that transcended typical on-screen performance. and.taisiike.com. The rumor that shook fans. 5. Headlines erupted with claims that admitted he's had a crush on Tan Songyun for years, and she hugged him tightly. A melodramatic moment that, if true, would electrify their fandom. Our clips. The video's title, a sensational phrasing, implies a dramatic confession and emotional response. But it lacks additional credible reporting or follow-up. No official statements from either actor or their representatives have confirmed such an event. Unlike staged scripted scenes, this moment carries the weight of emotion, murky whether it was orchestrated, playful, or genuinely vulnerable. The power of a perfectly framed moment. Earlier in 2025, promotional stills from their drama You Are More Beautiful Than Starlight created waves. An iconic paparazzi-style shot. Soo Kai is seen running toward Tan Songyun in a princess carry. He's strong and confident, she radiant in a wedding dress. The chemistry was undeniable. Fans flooded the comments with exclamations like, "This sibling-like love is so sweet." Min News. INF News. But behind the glimpses reveal there's more than just romantic portrayal. The two actors frequently exchanged acting insights, tackled scenes together in rehearsal, and showcased a friendly, respectful rapport, traits that turned speculation into genuine appreciation. Min News. and.taisiike.com. Imagining the tearful confession. So, what if that rumored confession did happen? Here's a fully imagined, cinematic scenario, inspired by the nature of emotions that Soo Kai portrays so deeply on screen. Scene setting, a live gala, stage lights ablaze. It's a major award gala, maybe the Aichi All-Star Carnival, where both stars take the stage for a joint performance. The atmosphere is electric. Soo Kai's adoring gaze lands on Tan Songyun as they walk on stage together. Unannounced, he stops, searching the crowd, then locks onto her eyes. The audience expects another banal introduction, but something shifts. Breaching the mask, Soo Kai's unmasked emotion. In a hush, Soo Kai's voice cracks. I haven't said this loudly before. I've admired you for years. Not just your talent, but the kind, steadfast person you are. He swallows, a tremor in his tone. The glare from the stage lights blurring. The hush is deafening. And then, tears. Soo Kai's composure unravels, tears tracing a path down his cheeks. It is so raw, so human. The audience is stunned. His admission is heartfelt, unguarded. Tan Songyun's response, a hug that speaks volumes. Rather than recoil, Tan Songyun steps in. She wraps him in a warm embrace. The crowd breathes in the connection, firm, tender, real. Cameras flash. Some capture the warmth in her eyes as she gently rests her chin on his shoulder. The moment stretches as if suspended in time. It's not showy or theatrical, it's profoundly tender. Aftermath. Fans break. Social media erupts. Online, fans flood Weibo and TikTok with edited videos, calling it the tear confession moment. Some express joy, others concern. but all are enthralled. Yet media outlets question, real or staged? Publicists may step in, either to quash rumors or frame it as a heartfelt but personal moment meant just for fans. Regardless, the narrative spreads like wildfire. What we actually know, their friendship, built from past collaborations, is rooted in mutual respect and support as they exchanged roles, promoted each other's projects, and cultivated a bond amid public life. Min News. The romantic imagery of their screen pairings, wedding scenes, affectionate gazes, playful moments, fueled fan speculation. en.taisiaik.com. Web novel. INF News. Still, there is no verified, public record, interview, press release, credible media coverage of Soo-kai tearfully confessing his long-standing feelings for Tan Songyun. The clip's title from RU Clips, Net festivities might be sensationalized or fan-motivated rather than factual. Are clips. Fan language, when on-screen emotion transcends reality. Let's not underestimate how much Soo-kai's dramatic performances touch viewers. In Wonderland of Love, his character undergoes visceral grief that moved fans to tears. One wrote, when he's holding the corpse of his beloved, the emotional screaming, I felt like I was going to throw up. Others echoed that they too cried, even though they don't cry very often, testament to Soo-kai's ability to channel raw, compelling emotion. Reddit. +1. Maybe that power of emotional resonance is precisely what sparks the hope among fans for something real between him and Tan Songyun. Final thoughts. Truth, fiction, and the tales we crave. In a world where celebrity image, narrative, and fandom formation dance together, lines blur between public persona and private life. The idea of Soo-kai pouring out heartfelt feelings, moving to tears while confessing long-suppressed love, serves as a deeply satisfying fantasy, both for romance lovers and drama fans. Even without official confirmation, the speculation thrives because their on-screen chemistry is undeniably sweet, convincing, and emotionally rich. Personal interactions, friendly, supportive, and respectful, reinforce the possibility of something genuine underneath the surface glamour. Soo-kai's emotional expressiveness in his roles convinces fans he could feel deeply and maybe, just maybe, for Tan Songyun. Until any concrete confirmation arrives, this remains a beautifully woven tale, part myth, part hope, and part admiration for two talents whose artistry inspires storytelling in fans and in us. The moment that shook the stage, Soo-kai's tearful confession to Tan Songyun. The room was buzzing. Glittering lights danced off chandeliers, the atmosphere thick with the tension of anticipation. Celebrities, dressed in their finest, smiled for the cameras as the annual Golden Phoenix Awards Gala reached its climax. Then came the unexpected. The surprise pairing of the night, Soo-kai and Tan Songyun, walked on stage together to present the final award. Fans watching live gasped. The chemistry was electric, unmistakable even through the screen. They looked like a couple straight out of a drama scene, he in a crisp black velvet suit, she in a soft, blush-tone gown that shimmered with every movement. As they reached the podium, Tan Songyun gave her usual warm smile, her voice clear as she began to read the script from the teleprompter. Soo-kai, however, hesitated. A pause. A glance. Something shifted. He turned to her, the microphone forgotten, his expression unreadable, then unguarded. I'm sorry, but I need to say this. Soo-kai's voice wavered. He wasn't acting now. I know this isn't part of the show, he began, glancing at the stunned audience. A nervous chuckle rippled through the crowd. But there's something I've kept quiet for a long time, and I don't want to hold it in anymore. Tan Songyun blinked, confused, gently placing her hand on his arm. Kai, are you all right? He turned fully toward her now. I've worked with a lot of amazing people in this industry. But no one has changed the way I see things the way you have. Gasps erupted. Tan Songyun looked frozen, eyes wide, lips parted slightly, unsure of what was happening. Soo-kai's hand trembled as he reached for her free hand. I admired you first as an actress. You always knew your lines better than anyone. You carried the emotional weight of scenes with grace, even when you were exhausted. I watched you work, and I couldn't help but fall in love with your spirit. At first, I told myself it was admiration. His voice cracked. I kept telling myself it would pass, that it was just the effect of filming romantic scenes together. But it never passed. It only grew. His next words came slowly, like each syllable had to fight its way out from deep within. I love you, Songyun. A silence fell. Even the production crew behind the cameras held their breath. His voice dropped to a whisper. I've loved you quietly. When you laughed on set. When you comforted the younger staff. Even when you weren't looking. I kept it all inside. But tonight, I couldn't do it anymore. A single tear slipped down his cheek. Cameras zoomed in. The audience watched, mesmerized. It was more than drama, it was real. Soo Kai's face was flushed, his vulnerability bare for all to see. Tan Songyun's silent reaction. For a few long seconds, Tan said nothing. She didn't cry. She didn't speak. But her eyes shimmered as she gently removed her hand from his, not in rejection, but to wrap both arms around his shoulders in a quiet, grounding embrace. The crowd erupted in applause. Some stood. Others whispered in disbelief. It was the kind of moment that defied expectations, unscripted, raw, and emotionally pure. Soo Kai clutched her back gently, his head dipped against her shoulder, his frame trembling slightly as if years of restraint had just collapsed. She whispered something into his ear. The microphones didn't catch it, but the softness in her gaze, when they separated, told its own story. Backstage, reactions and ripples. Once offstage, staff and celebrities alike approached them cautiously. The usually reserved Tan Songyun had a strange glow, a kind of peaceful happiness. Soo Kai, eyes still slightly red, smiled more than anyone had seen in months. He really said it, whispered a fellow actor. He really told her everything in front of everyone. Phones buzzed nonstop. Within minutes, the clip had gone viral on Weibo under trending hashtags like #SooKaiConfession, #Tan Songyun hugged him, #RealLoveOnStage. Fan frenzy. The internet reacts. Clips circulated across Chinese and international fan circles. TikTok edits, Instagram reels, and reaction videos exploded in popularity. One fan posted, Soo Kai wasn't acting. That was real emotion. I could feel his pain, his love. This is better than any drama. Another commented, Tan Songyun didn't need to say anything. That hug said it all. She didn't reject him. She held him. That means everything. Some skeptics questioned whether it was all a publicity stunt. But even cynics had to admit, the tear, the trembling voice, the unsteady breath, it didn't look rehearsed. Soo Kai, always the polished actor, had let his guard fall completely. Media chaos. What happens next? By morning, every entertainment outlet was reporting on the confession. Interview requests poured in. Paparazzi swarmed both stars' agencies. Commentators debated what would come next. A relationship confirmation? A denial? A "we're just friends" statement? But for 48 hours, there was silence. Then, Soo Kai posted a single message on his official Weibo account. Translation: I had no script. That was my heart. Millions of reposts followed. No denial. No backtracking. Tan Songyun, true to form, remained silent. But fans noticed she liked his post. That alone sent fans into a frenzy. The real power of the moment. Whether or not this turns into a relationship, Soo Kai's confession will be remembered as one of the boldest emotional displays in Chinese entertainment history. He dared to speak a truth so personal, so deeply human, in front of thousands and millions more online. More than a romance, it was a message. That emotions don't need to be hidden. That vulnerability isn't weakness. That timing is never perfect, but courage is everything. And maybe, just maybe, he gave hope to others hiding their own feelings in silence. So once again, from all of us at K Romance Central, thank you for joining us on this journey. If this story touched your heart, if it made you believe in love again, or if you just want to stay updated on every twist in this breathtaking saga, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification button for more juicy K-drama updates. Because this is K-Romance Central, and here, we don't just report stories. We bring the romance to life. Sparkling Heart.